Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gonna talk.
So early on, he dealt with Master P and them a little bit.
I can remember that.
They had some differences. We won't have to get into all that. But did you remember some of those relationships and some of those times?
I remember doing the show in Jackson, Mississippi. We did the show in Jackson, Mississippi, and this was the only time that I didn't have my own room.
Okay.
So I don't know what happened, but they put Bird and myself in the same room. But the room was huge.
Okay.
And instead of twin beds, each one of us had king-size beds in the room.
Wow.
And so after the show, I can remember this. This is weird. Smoke D had got out of jail. He came by the room. He had this CD at the time, and it was Master P's first CD when he laying down. You know what I'm talking about? And we didn't have no music, so we had a party in our room, with the boppers. And so all the girls came by our room. We didn't have no music, so we put that CD on and just playing over and over. And he said, man, this dude here jamming. Fast forward, about 2 months later, we do a show. I can't think of the name of the town in Louisiana. Where we meet this guy called Money.
Okay.
Money, and he was starting a group. It was called CC Waterbound.
Okay.
Well, Money's cousin was Moby Dick.
Okay.
So Moby Dick was the introduction to Master P.
Mm-hmm.
So about a month later, Chad's like, hey, this guy's, he's sending for us to come down and do a verse with him. So that's when you heard the first.
Which one was it? Because it was a few of them.
I got 4 18-wheelers from back to front.
Yeah. That boy used to.
I had a suite. Yeah, for every bitch that I fucked.
He killed that.
Yeah, that one.
Bitch from the Stack G.
That one.
That was
he
the
came
one.
straight to my house.
That thing,
from the airport.
And he had the best verse on it, in my opinion, by far.
Come on, Pimp. When he
you gave me up for every that one. I know exactly which one.
So conscious about his rap because everybody was on bond as far as lyrics.
Yeah.
And when I moved in with him, he said, Bubba, I'm gonna do something to you that you're gonna get tired of. I've already mastered these beats. So let me rewind. I finally get inside this house and realize that this boy at 18 does have a house.
He do have a house. You go into that.
And everybody
at his house.
Well, everybody that know Pimp and he allowed to come in his house know about the weed room. So we got the weed room in his house, and my room was across from the weed room. It was the weed room, the bathroom. The bathroom was where they recorded, I think Break 'em Out Some and all that stuff. Master P was in there.
Yeah.
And my bedroom was that bedroom right there. But anyway, yeah.
So he's a Leo. So he rolled up on the house one day and knocked. He didn't know nobody really.
Oh, at Pimp House?
Yeah, he said. But he said he got to hit the blunt and then he left. You remember that?
That's the house.
Or the joint or whatever it was.
You know about him and Blue Light getting into it?
Nuh-uh. What happened?
Well, Blue Light is from the other rapper on Short Texas.
Okay.
Israel Kite.
Yeah.
When I moved to Port Arthur, it was a civil war going on. UGK posse against that clique.
Okay.
And they had just jumped on Bun in the club.
Wow.
And so that night I got there, we was going to the club.
Yeah.
To figure out if it was a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was. I remember moving to Port. I moved to Port Arthur. They said come to Houston. We got a show, and then we go after the show. So I bought all my bags and everything to the show. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that went. I had my partner drive me to Houston, and then I rode with them back to Port Arthur. And then that very night is when we went to the club.
But I know you and Pimp was real solid. But how do you think Pimp's and Bun's relationship was, and how did you like the way they? I know the music was solid,
always.
But just how vibing with them, riding with them, dealing with them. How was that?
I mean, they're brothers.
They're brothers.
They're brothers. I mean, brothers have issues at times. Brothers. I mean, everything ain't always hunky dory.
Yeah, but then
they were brothers.
Yes.
Every time it came down to it, you better not say shit about Pimp to Bun.
You better not say nothing about Bun to Pimp.
Yeah, and it was always any friction was always behind closed doors.
Yeah.
That's why when I heard something about the UGK posse getting into it one time in Houston after he had died, it ran me so hot.
Yeah, because you knew that wasn't the way it goes.
Yeah, 17. Come on, bro. And I called him. I said, "Bro, what are y'all doing?"
Yeah, but you got to understand they went through a lot, though. That's a lot to lose Pimp.
But to get into it with each other.
Yeah,
in
they
public.
Yeah, no, that's bad.
in public?
Yeah.
At a concert?
Yeah, that's bad.
No, bro.
That's bad.
No, man. That's just like them dudes.
But they
fighting on the
hurt.
sideline.
But they hurt.
They hurt, but everybody
And I
hurt.
guarantee you, when you lose a Pimp, that's a big loss, man.
You say that, but I know the real.
You in the midst of it.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
Yeah, but you know what's going on.
I know what Chad had told me about people. Everybody that was around Chad after he got out of jail, I knew why they were around Chad because he told me why he was. Yeah.
He formulated
I
it in a way.
never released some of that information.
No, I get it.
For their feelings.
Yeah. I get it. I get it.
Right.
Yeah, but some of them, like, I mean, I'm not cool. I don't have any allegiance with him, but like the 17 cat.
Yeah.
He told me the situations why he was run. The thing about Chad, he was big time opportunist.
Yeah.
And it was about that bread.
Yeah.
And the thing, and see, people in the UGK posse, everybody was waiting on their album and their opportunity. Who's gonna be next? And the reason 17 got put in front of everybody, this is from Chad. He had his own money.
Yeah.
He bought his way in.
Yeah.
Like, here, Chad, do this for me. Just
I want to be a part of something.
Yeah.
Try to get my
and that's all it was.
Yeah.
And that's all it was. It was a business opportunity.
Yeah.
And so the shit about the Protegè and all that, all that came after Chad died. Chad never called him that.
Yeah.
Steve Belo is the Protegè.
I know. That's what Bun said.
Steve Belo is the Protegè.
Yeah.
By far.
Yeah.
I met Steve Belo through Chad. And that was, how you going to introduce me to somebody from my city? and that's exactly that's what I said to him. How the fuck you going to introduce me to somebody from my own city? Yeah, but they had met through Louisiana. And
He told a story on here. He told how they met and everything. Exactly. It was a dope story as well, man. Yeah. So how was that meeting? How was it meeting Pimp? He was just a cool person like he was when he met other people, right?
I was thinking about that the other day. It was funny because I was like, man, I remember the day I met Pimp and Bun. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. At the time, Mel had this house, where they was doing all the music at. It was really just like a house where everybody kind of hung out at. And I used to go over there, all my equipment and stuff set up over there, and I was just making beats all day. He had these big old 15-inch Sir Vegas that I used to love.
I love them Sir Vegas. Them all used to hit with the orange. Was it that orange?
Yeah, it had the orange rim on them. Yeah.
Went hard, man.
He told me Pimp and Bun was coming over one day, and I just remember being in that room all day. I'm like, so I'm gonna have to make me something hard.
I got to have it. I'm gonna let them boys have it.
When they come in there, they gonna hear it. They gonna have to mess around with it. You know what I'm saying? Like they not walking up out of here without no music. That's just all. And I just had my mind made up.
Yes, sir.
So I worked on some beats all day, and I came up with some really hot stuff, man. Yeah, it was some bangers, man. So they finally showed up because they nocturnal creatures, man. They hang out all night. So I think it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. They showed up over Mel House, and they came in the room when I was working on some tracks, man. And they were like, "Yeah, man, play something for me." So I hit that start button, man, and they got that stank face. I said, "Oh yeah." They both looked at each other. They were like,
He got it. So, but y'all all clicked after that, and I see you and Steve Belo still maintain a relationship.
Oh, that's my brother.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gonna talk.